Ever wondered why when you stop pedaling your bike, it eventually slows down and stops? Well, it's all thanks to a man named Sir Isaac Newton and his 3 laws. Imagine Newton's laws as the rule book for everything that moves, just like your bike. They tell us why things start moving, why they stop, and why they go faster or slower. So put on your thinking caps as we dive into the world of forces and motion with Newton's laws. Newton's laws are like the rule book for everything that moves. The first rule is pretty simple. If something is still, it wants to stay still. If something is moving, it wants to keep moving. Just like your favorite toy car. When it's resting on the floor, it doesn't start zooming around on its own, does it? It stays put until you give it a little push. And once it's gliding across the room, it doesn't stop until it hits a wall or your dog's tail. That's exactly how the first law of motion, also known as the law of inertia, works. Things like to stay in their current state, whether that's at rest or in motion. They don't change their motion until a force acts on them. In the case of your toy car, your push was the force that got it moving, and the wall was the force that made it stop. So remember, things love to keep doing what they're doing until something makes them do otherwise. The second rule is about how hard you push or pull something. The harder you push or pull, the faster it moves. Think about a swing in the park. If you give the swing a gentle push, it moves a little. But if you push it really hard, it goes much higher, right? That's because the harder you push, the faster the swing accelerates. But what if a very heavy person is on the swing? Well, you'd have to push a lot harder to make the swing go as high. That's because the weight of the person on the swing also affects how much it accelerates. So the speed of things depends on how much force you use and how heavy they are. The third rule is the most fun. It says that for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Picture a balloon all full of air. You're holding it tightly, but what happens when you let it go? The air inside rushes out one end, right? And the balloon, it zips around in the exact opposite direction. That's Newton's third law in action. It's like the universe's way of keeping things fair and balanced. If you push something, it pushes right back with the same force. That's why you move back slightly when you push a heavy object. So here's a cool way to remember it. So always remember, whatever you do, the world does right back at you.